Hello ladies and gents, today we are going to discuss how to heal your body, mind, and soul with food. What kind of food might you ask? That is right, living plants. That is the only way. That is the only way to get adequate enzymes, vitamins, nutrients, etc., etc. So, this is what I'm talking about. We have green kale, we have lucinato kale, we have parsley, we have cilantro, watermelon, red chard, red lettuce, a young Thai coconut, beets, fennel, asparagus, celery, raspberries, blueberries, blackberries, cucumber, avocados, radishes, peaches, spinach, bananas, carrots, collard greens, bok choy, nectarines, apples, dandelion greens, oranges, pears, and various other staples. You're going to want to make sure you're getting adequate fats, so I would definitely recommend avocados, coconuts, nuts, seeds, legumes. We also have some raw almonds, various raw nuts and seeds. And basically you are going to start off with preferably a juice fast in which you can really kind of kickstart your detoxification and nutrient implementation into your life. And then subsequently, it is highly recommended that you go on a raw diet and, work your way up. If you feel like that's too intimidating to you, if you're like me and you just want to go all out and just do what you need to do to feel the way you need to feel, I recommend just going raw for a while. If not, start off easy. Work your way. If you're living off of a traditional American diet, first cut out the meats, then maybe cut out the dairy, then maybe start cutting out processed things, especially things like refined sugar and wheat products. Then move on a little bit more. Then you can start to go maybe 50-50, 50 raw, 50 processed. Then maybe 75, maybe 80% raw, 20% processed food. And eventually, the more you do it, the more you'll feel the effects of the bad foods. I know I certainly do. So if you're gonna start to really heal your body, this is what you need to do. You need to jumpstart into action and get involved with organic, living produce. And on one final note, it is absolutely a myth, in my opinion, that it is so expensive to eat organic raw produce. If you compare it in terms of its weight, its net weight versus processed foods, things you get in boxes, bags, in terms of like frozen dinners and things such as this, it's actually substantially cheaper in my eyes. I mean, obviously if you're eating refried beans out of a can every night, then of course that's going to be cheaper. But when it comes to this, it's really not that more expensive. And when you start to understand the implications it's going to have on your life, in terms of the doorways it opens up, in terms of the people you communicate with, the feeling that you have every day, it's inconsequential, the price of this stuff. I don't make that much money. I work a very mundane, simple job. But I know it's important to me, and I know that, the more love I show myself through how I behave and take care of myself, the more pathways always open up for me. And it's always worked that way. And the more I disrespect myself through doing things that I know are bad for me out of convenience or out of, desire, it's ultimately an end road in which I end up in a cul-de-sac in which I have to completely backtrack to get back where I was going. So if you guys want to detox, if you want to feel good, if you want to get the nutrition in that you need, these are some basic staples that you can go with, and I highly recommend you do your research, do your due diligence, and figure out what a raw food lifestyle has entailed for you and the people in your life, because ultimately you can only be as helpful to people as you are to yourself. Have a beautiful day. It was lovely talking to you, and till next time, sayonara.